Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here we are for another night of racing. I may sound a little bad. I'm feeling just a little bit under the weather, but we are here tonight to watch some qualifying here at Langley. Definitely excited to see what's going to happen here as we got the DC Designs late model stocks. We just finished up with practice. Leading out of practice, Carson Klingelhofer set quick time. He's going to go ahead and do it again. Oh, Everett Larson now to the top of the board with a 1.73. But Carson had set a 1.70 during practice. Can he follow it up on that second lap? We're going to go over and see if he can. He's not able to. A 1.73, so Everett Larson to the top of the board. Daniel Bonner going to set a good lap. Connor Fox with that third place. Jacob Merrill coming around to complete that second lap. Not too sure if that one counted or even, I think he's just out here trying to turn some laps. But here we are, Jared Fowler. Let's go ahead and watch this. Actually, what we can do right here, we can ride on board with a car, see what it's like behind the wheel of one of these. Him coming up off the corner, down into the corner. What can he do right here on that second lap? Comes across, keeps it matted. Gonna stay with that 15.377. Definitely not where he wanted to be. I believe that's going to be everybody that has set a lap. Jacob Merrill is the only car on track right now. But I think he's just out there just trying to take advantage of these, of just taking these laps. Him out there just kind of turning some laps, trying to get some extra practice. And I've noticed that some people will do that. They'll stay out during qualifying and just try to get some laps going. But Everett Larson going to be your quick time tonight. Now you have to wonder, how good is the race going to be tonight? I know we had some problems on Monday night. The race probably could have went a little bit better, but Langley being such a short, tight track, not a lot of room for error. Dustin Hardy saying, let's go, baby. Hopefully tonight these guys can try to get something going and try to have better luck here tonight. Because here they are getting ready to grid up. See the pace car right there. Sorry about that. Maybe waiting on one or two to grid up. I'm not too sure. I think we are waiting on one back there. While we wait on these cars to pull up, we're going to cut to a quick break real quick. I've got to take care of something, and we'll be right back. Alrighty. You see our cars here for the night. Getting ready to roll around and take this green flag. Who can have the better start? Everett Larson, Carson Klingoff. You have to wonder. Everett Larson down and away. Doesn't spin the tires. Keeps the tires planted. Can Carson get down in front of Connor Fox? He is not able to. Carson, Connor running side by side. Oh, Carson a little loose on the high side, but able to hang on to it. What a save by Carson Klingoff. Everett Larson going to go ahead and drive away with it. Connor going to try to follow suit. See Carson turns it down low, tries to get to the bottom. Brady Zeller trying to close that gap. Jared Fowler moving his way up through the field now. You got Dalton Creech back there now. He is finally to the bottom. Daniel Bonner back there. Donald Bonner, Jacob Merrill, Dustin Hardy kind of stuck in the back. Ethan Storms back there running Ethan Johnson as well. All those guys racing hard. See Ethan Storms blocking Ethan Johnson pretty good. Ethan not too sure what to do. He's blinking just a little bit. Oh, yellow flag is out. It looks like it was a Brady, something to do with Brady Zeller. Go back, take a look, see what happened. Oh, here we go. Brady Zeller goes around. Looks like it was just a self-spin. Brady Zeller going to have to go to the back to serve that. Brady did get a little bit of damage after spinning a couple cars that hit him. Everett Larson is still your leader. You got those teammates, VW Racing up there. Carson in that third spot. You got Dalton Creech up there. Jared Fowler in the fifth spot. So Jared gonna, actually I think he's in the fourth spot. Let's see, definitely on the high side it looks like. Lights out on that pace car. Here they come to take the green flag once again.
Green flag, green flag.
Able to get a good jump, him and Connor both. Connor able to get to the bottom. The 2v2 of the teams right now. You got KW9 in the third and fourth. BW Racing first and second. Look at Carson. He tries to push the issue. Doesn't push it too much, so does not want to cause a wreck. He is just trying to close up that gap. He does not want to. Doesn't want to wreck Connor, but definitely wants to push the issue. Definitely wants to cause maybe a little bit of a problem. He wants to cause a mistake out of that 111, but I don't think it's going to happen this early on. Maybe the 111 not feeling the pressure just yet. Dalton Creech right up on Carson Klingelhofer. Jared Fowler also there. Going a little high. Like he may be having a little bit of a problem with that car. Not 100% sure. Look at this, Connor Fox looks like he might have made a mistake right there. Now it's gonna cost him as he is just on the back pedal right now, headed towards the back of the pack, but it looks like he's gonna go ahead and get it down to the bottom right behind Dalton Creech. But if he spun those tires just a little too much, it could definitely cost him. Jared Fowler running in that fifth spot trying to close the gap. But look at Ethan Johnson working his way back through the field, up 4 spots. Also Jacob Merrill up 4 spots. Dustin Hardy, he was way towards the back. He's working his way up there in that number 63. Jacob Merrill in the 14. See Under Armour on that car. Freddie Zoller in the Miller Lite. Reminiscent of Brad Kozlowski. It's definitely what that car reminds me of. The brothers running right there, 10th, 11th, maybe just trying to save their car. But Everett is leading laps, but it looks like Carson is being a lot more consistent. Is definitely closing that gap. Like one car had hit the wall at the sea. I don't think anybody has just yet. These top 5 were kind of spreading out, but definitely these top 2. But Dalton Creech is not going to let them drive away for sure. He is definitely trying to close that up. And Sam Hardy saying, let's go Dustin. Yeah, Dustin is working his way up through the field. 150 laps of intense racing going on here tonight. Dustin trying to catch up to these cars in front of him, but looks like Ethan Johnson, he's just looking like he is on the steady climb through the field right now. Oh, a little loose getting in, but able to hang on to it and able to keep the momentum. Didn't let those cars in front of him drive away. One car on pit road. It looked like Ethan Storms maybe had hit the wall and damaged that car. But look at this battle for the lead now. Carson Klingelhofer, he's closing that gap slowly but surely. He's right on his bumper, maybe trying to force that 01 to make a mistake. Like 21 just able to get down into the corner just a little bit better than Everett Larson. You can see he definitely closes up the gap mid-corner. Everett maybe pulling away on the corner exit just a little bit, but you have to wonder, is he getting on the throttle too early and burning those rear tires up? Brady Zeller, Jacob Merrill. Those guys doing what they can. Dustin Hardy, now he's closed up the gap to these front runners. Dustin Hardy trying to work his way around that 27 car. These guys keeping it green though. This is a good long green flag run. If these cars start battling too hard, Jacob Merrill is going to close that gap up. Dalton Creech, so he has lost sight of these front two just about. I mean, these front two have been running really good laps, have stayed right there with each other. Definitely going to come down to consistency right here. Now look at Connor Fox. Jared Fowler's closed up that gap to Connor Fox. I had to wonder who's going to make a mistake right here. Does Connor make the mistake? Jared Fowler, he gets to the gas a lot sooner than Connor. He's able to get down into the corner a lot better than Connor. Looks like Connor maybe has a problem with the right front, or maybe with those front tires, and maybe they've faded away pretty quickly. Seems like he cannot get that car to turn because Jared Fowler closed up on him getting into the corner. Yeah, on board with Jared Fowler, who's getting it down in there and just gets it turned, just eases on it, and then able to get back to the throttle. You see he's really able to get to that number 111's bumper. See right here, now he's trying to work to the inside of him. Can he get there? Does he try a bump and run? Oh, you see the 111 rides up the track, tries to close the door, but the 96 is going to keep his nose planted there. He's definitely trying to force the issue right here. He's wanting to get by this 111, just is tired of riding behind him. This is from the rear bumper of that 111. Jared Fowler kind of backs it up, maybe trying to build up a little bit of a run. See, now the 96 diving it back down in there is able to close that gap up once again. That Connor has a little bit more drive off, but Jared Fowler has a really good drive in. See Carson trying to utilize that that apron a little bit to maybe try to get the car to rotate. Ethan Johnson up there trying to make something happen. He's wanting to get inside this top 5. Dustin Hardy trying to get up there. Go on board with Dustin Hardy. Oh, Ethan Johnson rides a little high. Maybe has a little bit of a problem. Looks like this battle up here is heating up once again. It's at 96. He is closing that bumper up to the 111. Or close up to the bumper of the 111. I'm sorry, I said that just a little bit backwards. This cold weather has gotten to me. And anybody watching, I hope you're nice and warm and cozied up wherever you are, because the weather is getting cold. I will tell you what, it has definitely been cold where I live. And I know for anybody that lives up north that is watching, it is definitely cold up there. Oh, look at this. The 96 trying to make that move to the inside. See, now he's trying to get clear of that 111. Turning it hard on the inside. Definitely doesn't want to make a mistake right here. See Dustin Hardy back here. Now we can watch him, watch from his view as he's watching these cars in front of him battle. Dalton Creech back here, you see he's just kind of riding by himself. Ooh, you see how close they get to that wall? That's a really good angle of how close they can get to that wall. Man, he tags it again. Oh, we missed this right here. See Carson Klinghoffer, he has made his way around Everett Larson. We were able to get this camera hooked up on Carson Klinghoffer's car. It looks like Everett might have maybe made a mistake. We'll have to see. We'll go back and actually take a look at that. See, he's able just to finally get to the inside of him. And oh, seems like Everett tried to squeeze him, and Carson held his ground and pushed him a little high. We'll just have to see. Still looking back from Carson Klinghoffer. Carson doing everything he can to keep that car where it's at. They've done everything they can. Jared Ballard, can he close up the gap to these guys? Everett Larson, though, just definitely seems to be on a little bit of a downfall. I tell you, it really does surprise me that this race has stayed as clean as it has, because definitely was expecting something a lot different. I mean, after what we had going on Monday night and coming into here, and now we have this going on, so. Dalton Creech still trying to work his way up there to that 01's bumper and try to get around him. 94 laps remaining. Not as big of a field for these guys. They're definitely making it work, but Carson's trying to drive away, and looks like he might be able to. I mean, they have kept it green for so long, though. Then with this series, there is no halfway break. These guys have to try to make these tires last. If it goes green to green, either they can attempt a green flag pit stop, or they can try to make it work and make these tires last the whole time. In these super late models, though, you will not see these guys really make an attempt at a green flag pit stop. They will stay out there the whole 150 laps. Jared may be backing up his corners, trying to save those tires, wanting to make this car last until the end of the race. Connor may be trying to push the issue just a little bit, wanting to get another spot. Over here, Everett, or Connor, it sounded like he swirled the tires there for just a second. So slightly got loose and squeaked them, but he's got pressure from behind, so I can see why Connor Fox is wanting to go. Dustin Hardy right behind that 111. He's wanting to get up there and make something happen. Ethan Johnson back there trying to make something happen. Brady Zeller, Donald Bonner. Bonner trying to make a pass on Zeller. Jacob Merrill going to go a lap down from Carson, Everett, and Dalton. But still out here trying to make an attempt. Also, Daniel Bonner. Jared or Connor Fox has finally gotten around that 96. Maybe Jared just going high to not get wrecked or just kind of conceding that spot. You know, a hard race between that 96 and that 63. Jared Fowler maybe just falling back just a little bit, try to save that car. Doesn't want to use it up too much. Carson is keeping a pretty steady lead. He's definitely able to run good, consistent laps. It's been a very uneventful Wednesday night here in the super late models compared to Monday, where there was this stuff going on all around the track. Well, I have to say, this is definitely good racing out here. These guys are giving it their all. One thing I love about these super late models, if you look at them, they all have different noses. You got Carson Klingelhofer running a Camaro. You got Everett Larson running a Toyota. Dalton Creech running a Cadillac. Connor Fox also running a Cadillac. Dustin Hardy running that Pontiac Trans Am. Something you don't really see. Jared with a Mustang. Ethan not running a nose on that car. Brady Zeller running about a 2015 Mustang. You got Donald Bonner running a Camaro. You got Jacob Merrill, who's running the Cadillac. Daniel Bonner running a Fusion. I mean, just the style and the things that these guys do with these cars, it blows me away what these guys will do with it. We are now halfway, or past the halfway point for these guys. You have to wonder how it's just going to affect these guys right here with all these cars battling in front of him. Dalton Creech, oh man, almost makes contact with the 35, and he almost makes contact with the 12. Oh man, it is heating up now. Daniel Bonner, Brady Zeller. Like they were going at it for just a second now. Zeller running right there with Everett Larson. Everett had lost a little bit of a gap to Dalton Creech. So now there's about a second in between the top three cars individually. About a second from Carson to Dalton, and then about another second from Dalton to Everett. So the top three pretty evenly spread out so far, giving each other room. Connor Fox is about 3 seconds back from our leaders. Dustin Hardy also about the same. You got Jared Fowler trying to close up the gap on these cars in front of him, maybe pushing that car a little bit more now, feeling like he's got enough to race it until the end. We're going to do a little bit of a crank it up for you guys. We're just going to kind of play it from the top here. Oh, never mind. As we are about to go to our crank it up section, Ethan Johnson spins it around. What had happened? I think he just got loose on his own. And yeah, that's what it looks like. Well, it looks like right there is he just spun himself around, just coming up out the corner, and it it got out from under him for just a second, so now you got to know these guys are going to pit for tires. I can almost guarantee it. And here they come down pit road. Everybody is coming up pit road except for Donald Bonner and Brady Zeller. Both those cars are not coming up pit road. Everybody else getting a service on these cars. Who makes it out first? Who missed their pit box? You have to wonder. Carson Klingoff down the way. Dalton Creech down in the way. Everett Larson, he's down in the way. Connor Fox, Jared Fowler, he's stuck back there, maybe just trying to get a little bit of damage fixed. Jared maybe had it in the wrong gear. Brady Zeller, though, got his lap back now. He's on pit road. So Carson Klingoff are still your leader. But while these cars continue pacing, I will be right back.
Green flag, green flag.
Sorry about that. We are back to green flag racing. Carson Klingoff are going to go ahead and take that lead. Dalton Creech going to follow suit right behind him. Looks like from the green flag, everybody kind of stayed where they were. Donald Bonner on pit road, maybe having a problem with that car. They're definitely checking that car out, not taking tires, maybe trying to get something fixed on that car. Carson holding a good steady lead, holding a good steady line. That's all that's going to matter here in these last closing laps of this race. We're down to 61 laps of racing left. Question is, can Carson hang on that long? Can he stay that consistent? Anybody watching, who do you have winning this race? Do you think Carson can hang on and win this race on tires? Or does Dalton Creech outlast him on the tires? Did Everett Larson outlast them both? Does he come from behind? Or does Dustin Hardy, who started from the back, has drove his way to the front, does he come from behind and win this race? Out of all three of them, he is definitely on the bumper of Everett Larson. Definitely wanting to get around that number 01. See him right on and pushing him around the track. Definitely showing that he's got the faster car, showing the aggression that the 63 has. Definitely an aggressive looking car with that nose. Oh, he gives him a shot. He gives the 01 a shot. The 63 gets loose. The 63 tries to get up under the 01. Isn't able to, though. The 01 able to keep that spot. Looking from the back of Everett Larson at Dustin Hardy back there in the 63 car, the 01 and the 63 going at it. You can see who it is. It is Jared Fowler back there. He's watching this. You can see from his in-car camera. You can see what he's seeing right here. He is definitely wanting to see something happen. He's wanting these two cars to maybe make something happen. He could pick up that third spot. That's all he needs right now. He's looking out the rear end of Connor Fox's machine. Looking at Brady Zeller, who is on fresh tires as well, running right here with the leaders. I know everybody's wondering about this battle for the lead. I've seen the gap closing up there. Look at Dalton Creech. He's right there on the 21's rear bumper. 21 versus 36 right here. These two, I will tell you, they go at it race after race after race. But look at this. Dustin Hardy has finally gotten around that 01. But you have to wonder, does the 01 pay the favor back? The 63 got into the 01, but you definitely know that the 01 is going to remember that later on in the race when it comes down to it. Dustin Hardy definitely looking fast right now. The Jared Fowler, he's wanting to get around that 01 in. He's in that 96 machine. But look at Carson. He's now creating a little bit of a gap once again, trying to open it up and create a gap between him and that 36. He definitely doesn't want the pressure there. Less than 50 laps of racing left. 48 laps of racing left to be exact. So they're definitely in the closing moments of this race. Definitely exciting. I'm sitting on the edge of my seat, and I know anybody watching is also as well, because I mean, this looks like it could be anybody's race at this point. Do these front two make a mistake and get each other sent to the back? I mean, does Dustin Hardy hawk him down from this far back? Does Everett Larson follow suit? Does Jared Fowler follow suit? Jared running a little high right there. Maybe missed the corner entry. But Connor Fox, he's also in contention. I mean, he could make something happen here late in the race. Does a late race caution happen? Oh, Dalton Creech went way high. Looks like he missed corner entry as well. Looks like Carson might win it with consistency. Langley, one of those tracks where consistency is definitely key. A flat track, high horsepower cars. Definitely got to make something happen here. Dustin Hardy, will have to say, he is definitely closing up that gap to these cars in front of him. Seems like he has a pretty good car right here. The car is set up pretty well. Racing is now spread out once again. Everett Larson, our pole sitter, is not having a good late race right here. But Dustin Hardy, he is our biggest mover of the night. He's up 5 positions since the start of this race. But you see Dalton Creech. Oh man, Dalton not having a good late race run either. I've seen him tag that wall a couple of times here later on in the run. You see him tagging that wall once again. You have to wonder, is that going to hurt him this late in the run? Because it can definitely mess up your entry to the corner. So that, if it paused for just a second. Looks like maybe having a problem, but they keep it green. Got to see what happened here. Feels like we may have had a little bit of an incident. I know I just noticed some slow cars. Oh! Car slid up in front of him, but They were able to keep it green. Oh man, hard contact with the wall. The 27 gonna go ahead. That happened right in front of the leaders. So definitely a surprise for the leaders right there. That's definitely something crazy. Ethan Johnson, Daniel Bonner right there. Brady Zeller trying to work his way around those cars. .8 laps to go for Carson Klinghoffer in that number 21. How consistent can he keep this car? How hard does Dalton Creech run this car this late in the run? Can he hulk him down from this far back? Dustin Hardy trying to make something happen. Everett Larson, does he hawk down the 63 to take that third spot back? Everett's been pretty good about finishing in the top 3. You see, he's definitely trying to drive that car. His brakes glowing on that car. Jared Fowler running that car just as hard as well. The brakes glowing on all of these cars. They are running these cars very, very hard. Connor Fox, you don't see as much brake glow on that car. Brady Zeller back there trying to make something happen. So these guys trying to use that rear brake, get that rear end load up. Dalton Creech, really see the rear brakes on that car glowing. Everett Larson is definitely closing the gap up to Dustin Hardy. He's wanting that spot back after that earlier incident. But you have to wonder, how nice is he once he gets to that position, considering what had happened earlier? Dustin Hardy had given the 01 the bumper. Everett definitely, I mean, race car drivers have a very long memories. They will remember small things like that. Everett definitely closing that gap up to the 63. 21 laps to go. Dalton Creech also trying to do the same thing. Dalton maybe trying a new strategy. It sounded like he had downshifted possibly. I think maybe he'd accidentally bumped the shifter right there. I'm not 100% sure. Everett Larson definitely trying to run consistently right here and catch up to that 63 car. See right there the gap. He's trying to close it. He's not too far back, only a couple of car lengths now, about 3 or 4. How much can he close that gap up? I feel like Carson is really able to close that gap up, or really extend that gap, I mean. Now the 28 and the 27 now racing around each other once again. Where these two are tangled on the front stretch. Oh, the 28 Gets it to the 27. No caution for that. As he's able to get it back green. He's able to get it back going. Man, oh man. Daniel drives it in there and just runs right into the side of him. See right here, Daniel just drives it in. Just looks like he doesn't turn and just runs right into the 27. Somehow that did not bring out the caution. Maybe the 27 doesn't spin enough and gets it off the track. But man, you know he is not going to be happy, but look at this right here. Everett Larson closing up that gap. Like I said, Everett probably going to remember what had happened early on in the race. Might have to repay the favor using the bumper. You never know, but look at this. Jared Fowler, Connor Fox, both those guys trying to make something happen. So the teammates both stuck behind somebody wanting to make something happen, wanting to make the late race pass happen. Dustin definitely running a very defensive line, running right on that apron. Everett's been one of those cars. He's definitely not afraid to use that bumper. He's used it a few times this year to make some passes happen, and has done it very cleanly. Doesn't spin anybody out, just enough to move him up the track. A good classic bump and run. Now this lapped car definitely going to throw its hat in the ring. It may go high, but it doesn't look like Dustin's going to be able to get the exit that he wants. Oh, Everett isn't either. Oh, that opened up the gap for the 63. Now the 01's going to have to drive really hard to close up that gap. Look at this. Dalton trying to run a little bit high, trying to dive it down low. Everett still has time to close up the gap. He still has time to make the pass. Jared Fowler trying to create a gap away from Connor Fox. Everett tags the wall just a little bit. Was definitely keeping that speed up. Dustin already trying to get past this number 14. Carson Klingoff are definitely hoping, not hoping for a late race caution, wanting this thing to stay green because he has got a pretty good gap to Dalton Creech. Oh, Dustin Hardy a little slow right there. Has to slow up for the 14. That allowed the 01, you see right there, that allowed the 01 to really close up the gap. 3 laps to go at the line. Oh, Everett Larson not having good luck with these lapped cars. Jared Fowler still holding that position. 2 laps to go. Carson coming around to collect that white flag. White flag in the air for the number 21 of Carson Klingelhofer. All eyes on that 21 right now here, coming towards the end of the race, down the backstretch into 3 and 4. He's going to come out of turn 4, and he's going to win here at Langley in the super late model. What a win. Oh, but I'm not too sure what just happened. We see Carson definitely having some fun with it right here. We'll be right back when we get into these interviews. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here we are getting ready to do these interviews here tonight. Our third place finisher is going to be Dustin Hardy. Dustin Hardy finished in the third spot. See, he started 8th. We're going to go ahead and bring him here and talk to him. Hey, Dustin, fun, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, man. Well, you were able to bring it home in that third position, man. I know that's definitely got to feel good. You've been here for a few races and haven't had the best luck, man. You were able to turn your luck around and come home in the top 3. How are you feeling?
It's awesome, man. I don't know how I did it, but yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, I know you had a lot of pressure from behind. Everett Larson, he'd close up the gap, and then you would create a bigger one, and he'd close it up again. I mean, I know that you definitely had to be feeling the pressure from that 0-1, man. I mean, how was it trying to hold him off?
I ain't gonna lie to you, Bubba. I just didn't even look in the mirror and hoped the lap cars would mess him up.
Yeah, he definitely got messed up by those lapped cars. I mean, it seemed like you were able to get by him, and then they would get right in his way, and it worked out in your favor. And you were able to hang on to that third position. And definitely had a good-looking car coming out here with that number 63 Christmas-themed car. But congratulations on that third-place finish, man. But before I let you go for the night, are there any friends, family members, or sponsors you want to thank?
Yeah, first off, I just want to say, man, thanking my wife for watching my kids while I do what I want to do. But my son actually was in the hospital earlier, having a seizure, but he's good now. Not out of the water, but he's good now. But yeah, Hardy Designs. If you need a badass paint, hit me up. Um, Other than that, my teammates at Outcast Motorsports, you for doing the broadcast, and Dalton for putting this on. It's freaking awesome. That was one of the best races I've had all year.
Well, there you go, man. Well, congratulations on that top 3. And hopefully next week we can have you back up in the booth in the top 3 once again.
Yeah, hopefully it'd be 2 spots better, but yeah, that'd be nice.
That's right. Hey, it's all you can hope for, man.
That's right.
But alrighty, man. Well, you have yourself an awesome night, man. And we'll see you next week.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
No problem. Alrighty, now time to move on to Dalton Creech. We interview him quite a lot, just like Carson Klinghoffer, another name y'all probably know who was our race winner. But Dalton Creech, we got to work on him first.
Good.
Dalton Swaley, you got a copy.
Yeah, I hear you, brother.
Alrighty, man. Well, you were able to bring it home in second here in the DC Designs Super Late Models. DC Designs being your company, man, it's definitely got to feel good finishing in the top 3 in the series that you own.
It's not a bad thing. You know, had a good run. Good freaking, just wow. One of our best races all season, man. Just clean, long green flag, not green frags. I got my mind on Call of Duty already, boy. I'm ready to calm down. Long green flag runs, man. Everybody racing each other clean. We made some rule adjustments this week after the product we've been putting out there. It's just that it's been terrible, and we put some new rules in effect, and I think it really cleaned up the driving. The aggressiveness was still there, yet it wasn't recklessness. I gotta give a shout out to everybody who raced, man. It's a solid night tonight. I'm happy with how it turned out.
Oh yeah, it was definitely a good race. That first stint was such a long green flag run. I didn't know if we were ever gonna get a yellow flag. I thought it was gonna be up to tire saving, but that caution finally come out. And I know some of y'all were probably relieved to come down and be able to get those tires. But I mean, how was the battling on track? I know it definitely looked good from the booth, but I mean, how was it down there on the track?
Oh, dude, it was great, man. We, you know, there's a lot of nose to tail racing, but when there were moves to be made, you could make them. You know, on that right there at the end of the race, that last green flag run we had to the finish, I was actually catching Carson and got into the wall a couple times and kind of killed my momentum. But I mean, it could be made. Passes could be made. You saw Carson go up under Everett there in that first run. You could definitely make moves. The track was racy. The track was super racy tonight, so it was fun.
Oh yeah, definitely was fun to watch, man. I tell you what, man, up here in the booth I was having a good time. It was like everywhere I looked there was some kind of battle going on the track, especially right there towards the end. You and Carson going at it, Dustin and Everett going at it, Jared and Connor, even Jacob and Daniel, all those guys back there battling it out, trying to pick up any position that they could. So I definitely see what you meant by the track being very racy. I tell you that I enjoyed watching it up here in the booth. But congratulations on your second place finish here tonight. I know you wished it was one spot better so you could try to extend that lead that you have in the point system or in the points battle, but you come home in the second position. But before we let you go for the night, are there any friends, family members, sponsors you want to thank?
Yeah, for sure. Team 9 Racing TV, you kill it. You do an awesome job. The broadcasts have gotten top notch, and I appreciate you doing what you do for this league. DC Design, if you need a paint scheme, hit me up. Doing a lot of Christmas stuff right now. Ran my Christmas scheme tonight. Be running in a couple races here in December. I gotta bring back my Tiger car, man. Haven't ran that one in a while. But you'll see a couple more DC Design schemes here, the Christmas schemes in the next few weeks. You look forward. I look forward to debuting my late model stock. It's a killer looking car, so I'm excited to bring that one out on next Monday. But Nelson Roofing, Megawatt Electric, KC Athletics, you guys step in and help this league out tremendously. Of course, can't forget. Got to give Chad a shout out at Burns Performance, man. Just wow, this setup was freaking spot on. Got a little tight if you were a little rough on your right front tire, but just freaking, oh my gosh, I can't even describe how good this setup was. He killed it, man. I'm so happy with how this ended up. But man, that my wife, of course, she does a great she does a great job taking care of our kids while I sit here and enjoy racing with the boys. So got to give my wife a shout out. Love her. And yeah, shout out to Carson. I'll give for the win tonight, man. He had a car. So other than that, man,
Alrighty,
that's about
man.
it.
Well, congratulations on the second place finish once again. You did an awesome job here tonight. I thought, honestly, up here in the booth, I thought you were going to catch Carson up until obviously did hit the wall there, and it kind of killed your momentum. But either way, congratulations on that second place finish, and hopefully next week we can be right back up here in the booth, and you can be in victory lane.
Hey, we gonna try, man. Where are we at next week? I don't even remember where we're at next week. Real quick, hold on. Let me pull that up.
We are...
We're at Concord. That'll be fun.
Oh yeah, definitely going to be an exciting track. That track, not going to lie, I despise that track, but definitely fun for other people that do want to run it. Not a track that's the track that I'm glad I'm up here in the booth and not racing, I'll tell you that.
No. That track's fun, man.
Yeah. But alrighty, man. Well, congratulations on that second place finish, and we'll have to see you at Concord.
Hey, heck yeah, brother. Hey, thank you again for everything you do. I appreciate you, and I love you, man. If you need anything, holler at me.
Yes, sir. Love you too, man.
Oh,
Hey, I
oh.
enjoy doing this.
Real quick, by the way, for those who are watching, y'all may not know this, but not only is this dude like actively broadcasting the race, he's also been running race control this week because our normal race control guy's been sick, and dude's been killing it, bro. So just got to give you a shout out on that one.
Yeah, doing what we can behind the scenes, to try to make these races a lot better for you guys to enjoy on the track. So do anything I can to make it more enjoyable for you guys down there.
That's right. Well, heck yeah, brother. All right.
Alrighty, man. Well, congratulations, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you, brother.
No problem. Justin Artis saying that was awesome. Definitely was awesome. But we got to move on to our race winner, who was Carson Klingelhofer. Carson, well, you got a copy.
Yes, sir.
Well, congratulations, buddy. It's been a long time coming. You've been running right there in the top three, and it just seems like it slipped away from you for these last few races, and you were finally able to put it together. You started second, and you were able to pick up that one spot and finish in that first spot. So, man, how are you feeling right now?
I'm absolutely ecstatic right now. I can't tell you how happy I am.
Oh yeah, I mean, the excitement's definitely got to be there. I was watching you after the race. You were basically drifting it around the track, and you burned the rear tires off of it. I mean, it's definitely a good win, and I mean, you definitely earned it. You stayed consistent. You were able to chase down Everett, able to hold off Dalton and Everett, hold off everybody that was trying to come at you for the lead, work your way past the lapped cars. You're able to just conquer everything that this track threw at you, even the even the line, it seemed like it would change up every so often. It seemed like one lap maybe you're running on the apron, and then the next you were keeping it on the racetrack, man. I mean, just how was the track and how was the car tonight?
The car felt great. This is probably the most happiest I've ever been with a setup and driving one of these cars. In the beginning, it was really loose, and I love that because it induced throttle control for a good amount of time. And well, over time, I realized after that second pit stop is you can burn the right front up and the right rear perfectly at the same time. So the fall off, it was basically the same, and the car was really drivable. So you could really be consistent with your lap times, and that's why I really thought helped me a lot. And even just using the apron a little bit, you'd change it up every once in a while. Like for a good chunk of the race, I was trying to put my left sides on that white and yellow line on the entry, and then give it enough rotation at the exit to just get back into the gas while tire saving at the same time. I mean, that's one of the biggest goals I have, is just a tire save throughout the race and be there at the end and just maybe have a little bit of luck, just a little bit. And fortunately enough, we had a really clean race tonight, and I'm really happy about that. So my tire saving strategy did work for me, and that's why I like these long run green flag races, because I can do that really well. And with the cautions, you get those chances to cool down your tires, and everyone basically just resets. So you can really tell about like the strategy we put into this week in and week out. And like at the end, what I would do is put my left sides on the entry, but when I had the exit, I would end up putting my left sides like on the apron, and my right sides on that white and yellow line, and just mat it and try and make the right rear as matte as possible, so that I'd have a better exit. And in case we did have a green white checkered, my car would be a little bit more loose to where I could maybe scoot away with it if we had the opportunity.
I got you. Well, I mean, you definitely were able to make it work. Sorry about that. Still trying to recover from the sickness. Try not to sneeze on the stream. I think I've sneezed off the mic. I don't know how many times so far, but man, I mean, you, like you said, you're able to keep the car up there and keep it consistent, and you know the tire wear staying the same definitely helped you out in the long run. But man, congratulations on the win here tonight. It's been a long time coming. I know for you, you've been trying to get these wins, and I know I believe it was last week at I don't remember what track y'all were at last week. Stafford. You didn't have the best luck at Stafford. Tried to become an astronaut at one point and ended up flying through the air. So
Oh yeah.
you definitely turned your luck around this week and were able to pick up the win, man. But before we let you go for the night, are there any friends, family members, or sponsors you want to thank for the night?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Nelson Roofing, Nelson Designs, Megawatt Electric, and our newest sponsor that came on board with us tonight is Chad Bernier from Burns Performance. Without him and helping us out with these cars and just giving us pointers on how to drive these setups, I mean, nothing would have been possible without him. And I mean, it's always great to have him on board with us, because I know I've used to drive his setups, and he's gotten a lot better, and I've really adjusted to what his setups are and really changed my driving style, and it's helped me a lot, and it's helped me develop as a driver and just try and have more fun behind the sim. If you do have any setups, or you're looking for setups, I'd highly recommend going to him. He's great with what he does. Tonight just really proved that with how clean these cars were. I mean, they weren't too loose, they weren't too tight. It was just perfect. I mean, if you want a setup that you can drive and have fun with, I'd highly recommend going with him. And I'd also like to thank you for streaming this race and being able to show people what we can do on this stream and what we race on. I mean, the product is always great when we have races like this. I'd also like to thank Dalton Creech for providing this league for us. He's put a lot of work and heart into this, and it really paid off this race. We had a lot of changes after Monday night with the amount of racing that was going on, and we really changed a lot of stuff up, and it showed tonight. And we worked our butts off trying to get the racing as clean as we possibly could. So without him, none of this would have been possible, and without all of our sponsors. So, yeah, that's all I got. I'm just trying to take up more screen time than Dalton right now. He went up to me.
Well, there you go. I think you might have. I'm not 100% sure. About to maybe go back and take a look. But hey, congratulations on the win here tonight. And hopefully next week at Concord, you're able to carry the momentum and pick up the win once again.
Oh, hopefully. That's always the plan. I hope to see you in the top 3 interviews. If not, see you guys soon, and I promise I won't suck as bad.
Well, there you go, man. Congratulations on the win, and we'll see you next week.
All right, see you next week.
Alrighty, that was Carson Klingelhofer, your race winner tonight. I mean, him and Dalton, they love having fun here on the stream, and I hope you guys that are watching get to enjoy listening to those guys. They're definitely hilarious. I enjoyed talking to them. I talked to them both off the stream. But man, shout out to those guys. But really, a huge shout out to Burns Performance for the setups. Once again, huge shout out to DC Designs, who sponsors this series. If you need a paint, hit up Dalton Creech. He can get you some paints done. A lot of the cars out on the track are DC Designs cars. His own, the Christmas themed car that you've seen, that's something that he did. I believe Connor Fox is running a DC Designs car here tonight. So definitely hit him up if you need a paint. But just a few broadcast sponsors. You got Nelson Roofing, DC Designs, Burns Performance, and SP Tools. Shout out to all those people for making it happen. They definitely make it happen every week. They help me out. Making this stream as good as it is. Honestly, I couldn't do it without them. They're the ones that make this thing happen week in and week out, man. But this has been Team 9 Racing TV. I'm going to go ahead and get off here and get some medicine in me. My nose is so clogged if you cannot hear it in my voice. But other than that, congratulations to the top 3, Carson, Dalton, and Dustin. Shout out to those guys. Shout out to the whole field for keeping such a good, clean race. 2 cautions, I think, is all we had here tonight, if I remember correctly. So we'll definitely have to go back and take a look. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch it myself. But either way, congratulations to everybody out on the track, and shout out to everybody for keeping a good, clean race tonight. And I will see you guys next week at Concord. I'm gonna go ahead and get all my bags packed, and hopefully these drivers will get those cars in their haulers and get headed to that track. And we'll unload and see you guys there.